All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. First off, thank you so much, obviously, for being here. There's obviously a few things that I want to go ahead and discuss with you guys. And I think one of the things that I constantly keep thinking for myself is something that obviously we've spoken in the past. And obviously, we've been doing credit repair already for like the last 10 years. And in the last, I would say, 7, 8 years, we've been really calculated when it comes towards the end of the year. And obviously, it's October. The month's clearly about to finish. And one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and focus on is preparation. Preparation already for November, preparation for December. And as we've already started seeing some of our customers, some people tend to kind of pull out too early. People start talking about, no, that I'm going to have to start buying some gifts. I'm going to have to go ahead and Christmas is around the corner and things along the lines. And you know, in credit repair, obviously, like I said before, and even yesterday I went ahead and posted a video after talking to some of our customers. And I think one of the issues that people constantly have, or the issue that people kind of fall into when it comes to credit, is that people are under the impression that this is something that's done overnight. As a matter of fact, because I love to go ahead and dive into people's YouTube videos, and I'm constantly looking at stuff like that. There's actually a lady, which I'm not gonna say her name, but she's talking about how to get hard inquiries deleted in 24 hours. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, if she found that holy grail of how to remove a hard inquiry, where you yourself, you went into the dealership and you said, hey, you know what? I want to buy that GMC Sierra Denali, and I want to go ahead and apply for that credit, right? And then all of a sudden you get a hard inquiry. The rule says that if it happened, it has to report. That's the name of the game. But the technicality, the same rule says that if something comes onto the report, but it is unverifiable, incomplete, or inaccurate, it has to be deleted or corrected. That's it. But for us to find something within the information, in this particular case, a hard inquiry, where you did go into a dealership, and then all of a sudden, you maybe did sign some paperwork that says you gave them authorization to go ahead and run your credit, or better yet, you gave them authorization to help you to get approved. So you know what the dealership does? Or you know what the person who's selling you the car does? They run your credit. They couldn't get you done with GMC. So guess what they do? They go to Santander Consumer, and then they go to a third-tier bank because your scores are not that best, or maybe you don't have the deposit, but they don't tell you about these additional, and all of a sudden you end up with 6, 7 hard inquiries on your credit. And you guys know that each inquiry could take anywhere from 3 to 8 points per inquiry. So I was kind of like, I'm gonna continue to obviously listen to this audio because it's very intriguing to me. I'm constantly buying credit seekers, credit ways on how to kind of overcome or remove things, because it's in our best interest. If I think we as a community come together collectively, even here, if you guys obviously find something or know something that could give us an edge, then obviously let us know. Let us come together, because at the end, it's technically us against the creditors. It's us against the bureaus. So in a sense, we're consumers. We unfortunately didn't create this algorithm that dictates the outcome of our financial future. All of a sudden, these two individuals created this algorithm, Fair and Isaac, and then all of a sudden now we have 5 tiers, and it says that if I run my credit too many times, my scores drop. But is that right or is that wrong? It is what it is, right? We have to work with what we have. So one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and talk about, obviously leaning towards this process of us obviously going into Christmas, we're going to go into Thanksgiving. Halloween is this Sunday, which is awesome. You know, we're preparing for the holidays, so we have to start with preparation. And through the preparation aspect of it, we have to start anticipating things. We have to start anticipating change. People are going to start thinking a certain way. People are going to start thinking of the overexpenditure. So it's in our best interest for us to not only coach or guide somebody, but it's also in our best interest for us to help them to understand that, guess what? Now is not the time to pull back. Now it's not the time to fall back. Now it's not the time to take it easy and take your foot out of the gas. I was sharing with yesterday in the video that I was doing, and the number one thing that I kept hearing from the customer was very frustrated. Oh, Justo, this is going on. This is happening. I don't get it. It's been 2 months. And it's like, are we really giving it enough time? We're going through a pandemic right now, and things are not flowing the way that things used to flow before. As a matter of fact, prior to 2020, before March, guess what? Things were flowing very different. All of a sudden now there's understaffing at the post office. You guys seen it, right? There's so many jobs available, but nobody wants to work. So what happens now with the dispute letters that we're sending over to the agencies? Because what we do here is that we do dispute letters, and we do them what? We do them physical dispute letters. These are letters that are being sent out to the bureaus. But if the post office, now there's some sort of surge because we have the new variant COVID, and it hits one of the plants, which I know one of my customers actually works in a plant in the USPS and tells me, guess what, Justo? Half of my staff is not here. As a matter of fact, one of our staff members right now, we had a COVID outbreak in our office. We had 6 employees that weren't here. We know this. So if we don't start thinking of preparation right now, we're going to fail 2-3 months down the line.